I'm nice and cozy today. Like I got my Toothless Build-A-Bear and my new fuzzy book blanket, and I'm just like filming tags all day. Isn't that cool? I picked this up on Redbubble and I'm like in love with it. This is the medium size one and it's pretty big. I kind of wish I'd have got the large, but it was like $60. I'm like, I'm not paying that much for a blanket, but it's all book covers. And I mean, it's got the curl print on there, which I don't love, but whatever. It's cozy and it like matches my library room. Hey guys, I'm Jessie and today I am back with another tag video for you. There's gonna be a lot of tag videos coming up soon because I love them and I found a ton of them that just were so much fun and I just had to do. So I sat down and I did a shit ton of tag videos and this is one of them. Today it is the 90s music book tag and y'all, I am all about this. I love 90s music. I love music in general. Like I'm that person that can like literally listen to any genre of music pretty much and love it. Like, no joke. I can go from listening to like Hank Williams Jr. to like Lamb of God back to back to like Eminem to NSYNC to like Reba McEntire and then on to Train and like, yeah, I've got some pretty eclectic music tastes. Like, you never want to ride in a car with me because we're going back and forth. Like, we're going from the classic rock station to the country station to the pop to the metal to the all of them. So I was so excited that there was like a music book tags, and this one is the 90s. There was also an 80s one, which I think I might do as well, because even though I was not alive for the majority of the 80s, I still love 80s music and I can't help myself. But this tag was originally done. I had to search to find the like originator of this tag because it wasn't like, it's not as popular, I guess, as some of them, but it was originally done by a channel called Novels and Hops. I will link them below, but they're not an active channel anymore. I looked to see and they haven't had a video posted in like over a year, but I'm still gonna link them below just on the in case they decide to come back. But it was just such a fun tag and I've seen other people do it and I wanted to make sure I found like the originator or at least the oldest possible video I could find to like tag below. So we are going to do this tag and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Some of these are like my favorite songs, y'all. And I promise I won't sing. Well, I'll try not to. I cannot make any promises about not like singing for you guys. It's just, I can't help myself. All right, the first question is Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba. Oh God, please tell me y'all remember that. That was my jam. Get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna let me down. Okay, I promise. I'm probably gonna do that for every song. Name a character you did not think would survive. All right, spoiler alert here for the Poppy War and Dragon Republic. Mild spoiler, but if you don't want to, like, skip ahead a couple minutes, a minute or two, because now Nisa from the Poppy War did not think that he was gonna make it. In the first one, he was like drug off the battlefield by the opposing army, like in this like gas bomb, and you're like, well, he dead, and then you don't see him the rest of the book, and then he pops back up in the Dragon Republic and you're like, oh, he not dead. So definitely thought he was a goner and he wasn't. But I'm happy he wasn't, because he was like a big part of the Dragon Republic, and y'all know those books in my heart. But yes. Okay, you can start watching again if you were skipping for the spoilers, because we're on question 2, which is, my name is Eminem. So my name is Slim Shady. No? Okay. No, I'm not rapping for y'all. It's not cute. All right, this one is name a forgettable book. And for me, that's going to be Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. Like, it was okay, but it was forgettable. It wasn't anything like super exciting or super special, and it was okay. So we're going with Shadow and Bone. Prompt 3 is I'll Be Missing You by Puff Daddy. Every step you take. No? Okay. A character who died too soon. All the friends in the Binti series. Like, all the friends in the first Binti book. Because it's such a short novella that you're just in it, and she's like, oh, and I made all these friends, and I love these people, and they're great, and we've been friends for months and months and months and months, and now everybody died. And it's literally like a 2 pages, and you're like, oh, and like you don't even feel bad that they died, because like you have no connection to them as a reader. I still loved the Binti series. Pick it up, read it. But that was like the one part that I'm like, I wish the book would have been longer, because like it didn't have enough time to develop my feelings in that way. But yeah, all the friends in the first Binti book died way too soon. All right, the next one is I Don't Want to Wait by Paula Cole. And this makes me think of Dawson's Creek. Y'all with me? I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. I never said I was a good singer. But upcoming book in a series that you are anxiously waiting on, and Burning God. Period, flat out. Burning God by R.F. Wong. I need to know what happens after the events of the Dragon Republic, and I need it now. I'm also super excited for Rhythm of War, but since I'm not caught up on that series, I'm not like as excited or as like anxious as I am for Burning God, which I am caught up on the series. Oh, here we go. This one is Tearing Up My Heart by NSYNC. Fun fact, I saw them in concert as a child, and then I went and saw Justin Timberlake in concert a couple years ago with my friend, and I'm like, I swear if they ever do a reunion tour, like I'm there, because it's tearing up my heart when I'm with you. When we are apart, I feel it too. Too much. Too much. Should I read it back? All right, the question is, a couple you never want to see broken up, or a ship that broke your heart. Ven and Elend from the Mistborn series. Their story was so good. Their romance, their marriage, their everything. Like, Ven and Elend are the best, and like they need to be together forever, and they're just my favorite. So they are tearing up my heart, because and then in Hero of Ages, like if y'all read it, you know the heartbreak. Oh, Ven and Elend. I Want It That Way. Ooh, were you a Backstreet Boy fan or an NSYNC fan? Because I feel like you were either one or the other. Like, now as an adult, I appreciate both of them. Like, I love them both. As a child, I was like a total NSYNC girl, and I was like, Backstreet Boys are okay, but NSYNC? And like, I had a biggest crush on Lance Bass. Not Justin Timberlake. No, not Jesse. I had a crush on Lance Bass. I still have a crush on Lance Bass. Okay? Lance is the shit. So I won't sing Backstreet Boys for you. Yeah, I won't sing Backstreet Boys for you, but the question is, a book with potential that you would rewrite. Throne of Glass. I love the premise of Throne of Glass, but I struggle bust through that first book. Like, there was just so much missing for me. And I did a whole like review on it, but yeah, Throne of Glass. It had so much potential and I wanted to love it. Like, I love the premise. I loved, like, I should have loved it. It has everything I like in a book. There were things I would have changed. Too many things I would have changed. All right. Don't Let Go by In Vogue. A book or series you didn't want to see end. And for me, that is The Unkindness of Magicians. It's a standalone and it was so good, but at the end, like, I wanted more. I wanted more. It was a great standalone, but there was something there. Something that I'm like, I need to know what happens now. Like, what happens? Like, what? And happily to report, there is supposed to be a sequel coming out, Sleight of Shadows, to An Unkindness of Magicians, but I'm assuming it got pushed back. Like, I don't hear anybody talk about it because it was supposed to come out in June and I haven't heard anybody talk about it, but I didn't want it to be over. I wanted more. All right, the next one is Baby One More Time by Britney Spears. Fun fact, I also saw her in concert as a kid. My mom took me. I was young. It was a great time. And the question is a book or series that you want to reread. And I have been wanting to reread The Hunger Games, and I've also been wanting to reread the original Mistborn series, the Era one. Both of those just have been calling for a reread for me, and I need to finally get them. I have physical copies of the Mistborn series that I can reread, and I need to pick up physical copies of The Hunger Games because I was going to get them at my local library sale in April that obviously was canceled because of the Ronas. So hopefully they still have like the sale in October, and then I'll pick up the whole series. All right, the next one is Creep by Radiohead. Oh, I love that song. And it is a guilty pleasure read, and honestly, I had the hardest time coming up with an answer to this because I don't really have a guilty pleasure read. Like, I just read what I read and I don't feel guilty about it. But the only one that I can like maybe think of that would fit this bill would be Twilight, which I haven't read in forever. But after seeing Michael Knipp read all the books and then watch all the movies, like, I'm kind of hankering for a very nostalgic reread of the Twilight series. All right, the next one is What a Man by Salt and Pepper. Yes, your book boyfriend / girlfriend. And for me, that is gonna be my main man, Kelsier. There is just something about that man that he's just my favorite. I think it's because he's an older character, and old. Like, I'm old. And there's just something about him that is very appealing to me. He's morally gray, like, he's just a badass, but he like means well, but Kelsier. No Diggity by Blackstreet. The way you work it. No diggity. No. Does it make anyone else think of Pitch Perfect though in the riff off? Yes. The riff off scene in Pitch Perfect. And the question is an author with the best writing style. And this is gonna vary by person, but obviously, like, personally, I'm gonna go with Brandon Sanderson because I just love everything he's written. Everything that I have read by Brandon Sanderson that he has written, I have loved. So, Sanderson, I just love his writing style. The next one is Waterfalls by TLC, and it is a book that made you cry. I can't take these seriously. Like, okay, have you seen The Other Guys with, I think it's Mark Wahlberg and, oh my God, Will Ferrell? Where they're the cops, and their like police chief kept singing, like, he would quote TLC songs, and Waterfalls was one of them. No? Just me? Cool. Anyway, a book that made me cry. I cry pretty easily, full disclosure. But one that I vividly remember is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. And I was like young because I picked it up like when it first came out. And I remember reading it, like binge reading the entire thing on a trip up to Pennsylvania with my friend and her family, and I'm like reading it in their van as we're driving, and I'm like trying not to be embarrassed that I am bawling my eyes out over Dumbledore dying. Like, it was a hot mess, but that book definitely made me cry. All right, the next one is Emotions by Mariah Carey. And it is a book that gave you all the feels. And for me, that is a very recent read, and that is The Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Eames. Oh my God, that book had me crying, it had me sad, it had me happy, like it had me laughing, like it was just so good. It is such an emotional roller coaster. Like, it's funny, but it's also deep, and it's just so good. I highly recommend that one. The next question is Wannabe by Spice Girls. And this one is your favorite strong female lead. And I'm gonna go with one that I don't talk about as much. Like, I talk about Ven from the Mistborn series and Rin from the Poppy Wars, but one that I really loved as well is Vala from the Air Awakens series. Hear me out. She starts as this like library assistant and then just grows into this badass warrior over the course of 5 books. And she is just a really, really good and diverse character. Like, she's one of those characters where it's like she's still girly, but she's still a badass. But she's not like other girls, because like she's pretty basic and like never claims to be not like other girls, which is something that annoys the fuck out of me. She just kind of is who she is, and like she likes to be in this like in a quiet room reading by herself, but she's thrust into being a warrior, and she like handles it with poise and grace, and it's just, she's a great badass because she's very layered and has a lot of dimension to her. All right, and the final question is, whoop, there it is, but tag team. There it is. No? And it is the best twist or surprise ending, and without spoiling anything, we are going with Hero of Ages, the last book in the Mistborn era, one by Brandon Sanderson. That ending was so phenomenal, so much that I didn't see coming, everything that finally made sense from the books 1 and 2, and you're like, oh, and like your jaw's on the floor, and it's just a glorious, glorious ending. All right, well, that was the 90s music book tag. If you do this, I would love to see it because it's just so much fun. I'm not gonna tag anyone in particular, but I just want to see more people do it because it is tons of fun. All right, as always, I am Jessie. I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.